thank you for going record shopping with us. I know some of you have been asking what kind of music we're into, so we thought let's just go through some of our favorite records. Unfortunately, we aren't able to actually play the music for you because, you know, copyright infringement and stuff like that
stuff. So you're gonna have to check it out yourself, like whatever album you think you might be into.
This was one of the very first records that I bought back when I had a really shitty record player, and I think I probably ruined the poor thing. But The National is one of my favorite bands, also probably the best live show I've gone to. I just love his voice, Matt Berninger's voice.
When Lilian left from Canada and she moved back to Europe, she asked if I can go pick up some of her stuff, and this was one of the things that I picked up. So it was kind of like a piece of her that she left, and I would just listen to it over and over and over again, like going to sleep, and it just kind of like made me like think of her and stuff. And to know that like your ears would like listen to this. Not only do I absolutely love this episode of Black Mirror, I heard that there was a record, like a soundtrack to it, so I was like, oh my god, perfect. Looked it up on YouTube, fell in love with it, and then I had to get the record. And not only that, I was like, oh my god, the record is purple. Like, how cool is that?
That's true.
It's like a really nice like background kind of like emotional ambient track.
I was really excited when I finally found this record, Burial Untrue, because I think it's a masterpiece of a record, but it's really, I don't know, a lot of samples mixed together, and then these sort of like very distinct drum patterns that are very interesting. Yeah, but then mixed with these ambient sounds,
vocal samples.
Yeah, like R&B songs like Usher and stuff is on there, but it's like very dark, and I love walking around at night in cities to it. I think it's the perfect soundtrack for it, and it's just when you're just like want to reflect on things.
And I feel like it's also, Burial in general, kind of, if you're not used to this kind of music, it does like take some time to let it grow on you, just like personally, because I remember when I first listened to it, I was like, this is a little like kind of hectic. I like things that are more like chill and like whatever. But yeah, it definitely like grows on you. So if you first listen to it, you're like, whoa, this is a little weird. Honestly, just like give it time and it will actually start to change. So being the Canadian girl that I am and all, obviously I have a Alanis Morissette record, which is so sweet because I remember when Lilian and I first started talking, I always said, oh my god, I would love to have Jagged Little Pill on record. And then she ordered it for me on Amazon, and I got it in the mail when we were doing long distance.
This is one of my all-time favorites, Fever Ray, self-titled album, debut album. Fever Ray is the solo project of, I feel like Anthony Fantano, the needle drop right now. The only YouTuber I ever watched. But this is the solo project of Karen Dreyer Olsen, who is also part of The Knife, Swedish power woman, and it's a lot darker than The Knife, and this whole album has a very distinct vibe to it. All the songs are like flowing perfectly into each other.
Yeah, it's like one of those records as well that you could just like put on from start to finish and just like keep it going. Like you don't have to skip or do anything like that, which is really nice.
Really good album if you don't mind it getting a little dark and weird.
Currents, but Tame Impala. I really love this band. It's definitely like one of my favorite bands. Kevin Parker is like super talented. Obviously writes all the music, all the lyrics, puts everything together. I saw him, like Tame Impala, live at Festival, and it was one of like the best shows I've seen. But yeah, this is definitely one of those records that you should just have. It's like super fun. It's really good. You could just like put it on and dance around, and yeah, it's a great like party record as well.
Yeah, so because Tame Impala was a lot more into the like psychedelic vibes, more like psychedelic rock, and then with this he came back like very electronic, very like synth poppy. I remember you got me into this record. I was listening to it a lot when we were first long distance, and I was waiting for you to come visit me for the first time in Denmark, and I would listen to, what was it? The Moment a lot, when it's like it's getting closer, you know, that song. But I also listen to Eventually a lot, like just thinking about that I'm gonna see you, because it says, because I know that I'll be happier and I know you will too. So I was thinking about us being together again. I don't usually listen to too much jazz, but this one's done so well, and as a drummer I also love the drums on this album. And I went to watch him live here in Berlin with his band, and it was really, really good. It was kind of more of an intimate show, but like all the musicians were like so humble, but really like so intimate, really talented. And I really loved the opening song, Keep On. And please do yourself a favor and check this one out. I found it on YouTube as like one of the whole album uploads, and I was like, whoa, what is this? It's, most of it has no vocals on it. I'm not too much of a fan of jazz vocals, to be honest, but it's just like very catchy, still has like a little bit of a darkness to it, and it's not just pure jazz, it's mixed with a few other things. There's even a few like hip-hop things in there and stuff, and yeah, really good. And this one is also a fun color. This one's orange. Bam! This album we bought when we went to see the War on Drugs. This one is Lost in the Dream, my favorite album.
It's really nice.
By the War on Drugs. If you're unfamiliar with the War on Drugs, they do sort of more like
a folk,
what would you call it?
Alternative
like
folk?
Indie folk or something like that. But like not just a guitar, but like a full band. So it has like a full sound, driving drums, sort of stuff like that. And I love this kind of sound for the summer, like when there's sun.
That's what I was gonna say.
Really good album. Go check it out. This band in general was great, and they were really, really good live.
They were really, really good live. Yeah, the drummer is like amazing.
Yeah. Megan and Sarah, when they were still in their prime indie days, I love this album. I've watched the video of them making it so many times. I know it by heart, and all of these songs are just pure beauty, and when they were actually still showing their talent. Not to be salty about what's going on today.
Still babes though.
So these were some of our favorite records. There's a lot more. I love Souvlaki by Slowdive, so I'm gonna get that.
I really want Pool by Porches, and I also want, I forget the name of the band.
Kruangbin?
Kruangbin?
Like the one that my sister wanted to go see?
Yeah, okay. I listen to them like every day at work, and I'm always like, okay, I really want this record.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
Yes, thank you for watching, and if you have any records that you really love, please let us know and comment below. If you have any other questions also about certain records that we like, or you know, whatever it is, let us know as well. And thank you so much for watching. Dankeschön. Tschüss.